Hello everybody, I'm Drunk Farmer, and this is a special rant, and by the way, I like to fall down. I'm going to give you my personal view on the Big Five, because college football season is just about ready to wrap up, and November is always an exciting time in college football. The big games are here, and I'm just going to give you my little perspective on how I feel and how I see things right now. And that's about it. Let's get right to it. Pac-12. I feel this is going to be a 4-team race. You got Oregon on top right now. You got UCLA, USC, and Utah, all with one loss. Oregon's looking really good. I think Oregon's going to get to the Pac-12 championship game. And now it's just going to be, depends on who their opponent may be. Like Utah's got a couple, I think 1 or 2 tough games still left. USC, UCLA, they haven't played each other. They still got some tough games ahead. And it's just like I said, if Oregon stays on course, it's just they have to wait for their opponent. Pretty much. Could be USC, could be UCLA, or it could be Utah again. Who knows? But like I said, I think the Pac-12 is still wide open. I almost said the Big 12, but we are going to the Big 12. The wild, wild west of the Big 12. Oh, my. First of all, what happened to Oklahoma State against Kansas State? Oh, my God. Kansas State handed Oklahoma State their ass, and Oklahoma State was rated 9th at the time. Yikes. Is Kansas State really that for real? I mean, they haven't knocked off a top 10 team since, I can't remember, maybe when Bill Snyder was still coaching Kansas State. I'm not sure. But anyway, Kansas State did what they needed to do. They're on top of the Big 12. Then you got Kansas, Oklahoma, Texas, and Oklahoma State still in all this. So this is going to be kind of an interesting thing going on in the Big 12. I think it's wide open. I don't know who's going to the Big 12 championship game. It could be one of those two of those 5 teams. I don't know who. Depends on what happens for the rest of the year. So I think the Big 12 is still wide open in that sense. Who knows who's going to go to the Big 12 championship game? We'll find out at the end of the season. Moving over to the ACC. Clemson, they rule again. Yeah, they're kings of the ACC. They're doing pretty good. They're rolling pretty good. They're kind of doing it with 2 quarterbacks. And so far it's worked. Maybe there is a little quarterback controversy down in Clemson. Maybe. If you think so, comment below. If you think there is a quarterback controversy in Clemson. But all in all, I don't see anybody in the ACC beating Clemson. I think Clemson's got a clear shot at the ACC championships, and they've been looking good. And they played Notre Dame this week, a non-conference game, so we'll see what happens there. But Clemson's got a lot on the line. They're number 5 in the country, and they're kind of sitting pretty. So They gotta win the rest of their ball games if they're gonna stay at number 5 possibly, and who knows what's gonna happen. But yeah, they're sitting right there. SEC. Good morning, good night, and good afternoon, and all that neat stuff. And I said that in the wrong way, but oh well, I am the Drunk Farmer. Let's start in the Western Conference. Alabama, LSU. Saturday night down in Baton Rouge. This game's going to be wild. This game's going to be loud. LSU fans are going to be pumped. LSU's going to be pumped. Alabama's coming to town. And if Tennessee can beat Alabama, LSU's going to take their shot. Alabama hasn't been really good on the road for the last couple years, but they've had some road troubles. So let's see what happens at LSU. And by the way, spoiler alert, Alabama has to play Ole Miss next week in Mississippi. Alabama's got to win both these games to stay alive in the SEC championship run and an SEC Western Conference championship. So they need to win both games. If they go 1-1, That road's just going to be, maybe that road might be closed for an SEC championship game. But who knows? College football's been really weird this year. But like I said, if Alabama wants to stay alive, they got to win both games. Moving over to the Eastern Conference, the biggest game of the week, Georgia, Tennessee down in Georgia, number 1 versus number 3. Oh, man, woman, and child, this ought to be a fun game to watch. Is Tennessee for real? I think they are. They beat Alabama. Now let's see how good they get. Let's see how good they do against Georgia. In Georgia. Man, that's a hell of a 2:30 game now, isn't it? It's on 2:30 on CBS. Wow. If, let's just say Tennessee upsets Georgia, Tennessee will be number 1. Georgia will probably drop down to number 4. Michigan will move up to number 3, leaving Ohio State at number 2. That's my prediction if Tennessee upsets Georgia. If. But I will give you my prediction on that on Wednesday. So, that leaves us with the Big Ten. I think the Eastern Conference will be decided between Michigan and Ohio State. Once again, like same as last year, who's going to go to the Big Ten championship game? It's either going to be Michigan or Ohio State. I don't see themselves unless one of them stumbles, but I don't see that happening. They're too well coached right now on both sides of the ball with both teams. Illinois is going to come out of the West. I think that's probably a safe bet. Illinois is a very well-disciplined football team. Coach Bonilla has turned around that program in 2 years. And, yeah, Illinois is very solid, and I think they are going to come out of the West. With that defense, yeah. And that's a damn good defense. So, we're going to see who's going to beat Illinois in the Big Ten championship game. So those are my views on what's going on. Because, like I said, college football season is about to end. It's just around the corner, kids. And now it's going to get exciting. I am Drunk Farmer, your graceful host. Subscribe, comment, tag, share, like. And I will see you Wednesday with the Rant College Pick'em. And remember, everybody, I'm just a fan, not a professional. We'll see you later.